Hello there, what's the story? What's the crack? How are you all keeping? This is the ThePandaPuncher. Yes, ThePandaPuncher. Welcome to Let's Try Empire Architect. Empire Architect is a game developed and published by Batholith Entertainment. It was released back in Steam in October, I think. Just this past October. And I'm not sure if it's still early access or not, but it definitely has the feel of an early access game. But it describes itself as an ancient city builder with real-time strategy elements, and it actually says it has some grand strategy elements sprinkled in for the hell of it, essentially. So we'll see how that plays out. So this is essentially just a let's try. We'll give some sort of review of the game as we're playing along, because this game is in the style of my favorite type of games, which is your sort of nostalgic 1999 city builder like Pharaoh and Caesar 3 and various games like that. And we have Hearthlands going on at the minute, and there's a couple other games I have in the pipeline that are very much of this nature. So I just like, when one of them pops up, I like to give it a look and see if it lives up to how I remember how these games should be. So we're just going to jump into the campaign, but let's actually first of all judge it as we see here. Menu's very it doesn't inspire you of confidence, let's just say that. The title of it is background image. Okay, so what we get from this is Empire Architect, Roman themed, clearly. Yeah, it just doesn't look great. It's not the greatest menu in the game. Let's take a look at the options. Basic out of the box options menu, music, effects, resolution, graphics. Let's crack the graphics up. Do we have it any higher? No. Full screen, yes. Apply. And we're just going to jump into a new campaign, and that's going to take us through a tutorial, I assume. Name the Panda Puncher. That's me. Campaign. Okay, we can only choose one campaign at the minute, so I'm assuming they probably have, going by the fact that you can choose a campaign, I'm assuming they have intentions to have in multiple campaigns or progressive campaigns or something along those lines. Not sure if they're all going to be Rome based. Empire Architect, does it have to be Roman? Not necessarily. So yeah, there could be a campaign where it's all Roman themed, there could be a campaign where it's Greek themed. I don't know. Time will tell if the developer ever gets around to doing it. So let's start. The name is taken. I did start up a tester one. Right. No, get away, all caps, I swear to God. Panda Puncher. For the glory of Rome. Start. See? Didn't even notice. Okay. They have your classic, what would you call it? I'd call it the Rome Total War 1 map. And I'm assuming everywhere that has a location name is something that might feature in the game. I'm assuming, again, I've literally played this for 5 minutes to see if it would run and it was worth playing. So I don't know what actually is in the late game. You've got Ireland, Britain, you've got the Spain, French regions, all this kind of stuff, all with names, and I'm assuming parts of the campaign will take place in these areas. I'm assuming nothing will happen out here just yet because they have nothing going on there. I don't know, time will tell. But here's our first mission. Did it break? No. Pedum, type peaceful mission. Objectives: build 8 houses, build 3 farms, build 1 market, store 100 grain. Difficulty easy. Can we change the difficulty? Just so that we know. Yes, we can change the difficulty, but we won't be doing that because I'm an idiot. Governor, you are tasked with building a farming village that will help stockpile food for Rome. This is a simple task and thus a great first task for your career. So the new buildings, this one is a house, architects' offices, farms, granaries, and markets. So I'm assuming the campaign takes on basic nature of any of these sort of city builder campaigns. You achieve these basic, very achievable objectives here. The next one will unlock a few more buildings, and you have to gather a few more resources and go on and do this, that, and the on, and just progressively it gets harder and harder, and then eventually it'll bring in military stuff and trade, and it's a staple. It's easy to know where it's going to go. It's just, do they do it in a way that's enjoyable? So let's start this one and see what it has to offer. Yeah. Okay. The title is very jarring. Hello, Governor. As this is your first city, let's get you up to speed on how your city works. You know what? Let's take a wee look around first. That's not the biggest map in the world. Isometric, very... I mean... I like the simple style for these games. I mean, the buildings, they'll probably be grand whenever we get building them. This guy is freaking out. And I can understand trees. Yeah, you've got some smaller ones, big ones, medium ones, and when you put a whole pile of them together, it starts to look okay. But coming to mountains and ores and stuff, if this is just, you know, a standard one tile, one generic mountain, and then in a mountain range it's just rinse and repeat, it just doesn't look right. Anyway, this is your town hall. Your town hall is your main building, and if it is destroyed, you will lose the level. Click on your town hall to see a bit more info about it. That sound effect was quite jarring. Your town hall starts with 8 people, 5 builders, 1 constable, 1 tax collector, and 1 architect. To find out more about these jobs, you can hover over. You can hover your mouse over their names to show a tooltip. There we go. So, for example, tax collectors, education required basic, desired home level 3. Tax collectors travel to houses and collect taxes owed by the individuals. No, demanded from the individuals. So yeah, we've got some builders, tax collectors. Yeah. Okay. I'm assuming, what's this? Wages, how much you pay them? Ooh, look, pay tax collectors a fortune to go and. Anyway, continue. Your town hall is also able to store a small amount of resources. It is enough storage to get you started, but you will need to build additional storage as your city grows. Fine. Now the UI bar at the top, there are different pieces of information displayed, as well as tooltips that contain much more information. For now, let's look at the population tooltip by hovering over the population icon. So, the population icon gives you more information about your entire populations, including total pop, as well as how many open jobs, unemployed, homeless, educated, la-di-da-di-da. So, we have population of 8, open jobs 1, unemployed 1, homeless 8. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, build some houses. Let's do that. So, okay, let's just take a second here and look at the general UI that we have. So along the top we have, yeah, currency, pop, what is this next one? Unemployed, tech points, happiness, imperial fever, alert screens, trade, stats, tech, build roads, demolish, pause, menu. The building one could be so much better. Right, so you have to go into basic and then you'll get a house. Grand will really I have to individually click buildings, I can't just drag. No. Your builders will now start to build your homes. This will take some time to complete, but we can move on whilst they build. Great. Okay, so next we need to make sure your people are well fed. Farm, and farms. Okay, let's now connect roads to connect your farms to the rest of the city. Yeah. Like, please, for the love of God, let me be able to drag roads. If I had to individually place roads, you would go fuck away off. I'd just be like, nope, let's try over, moving on. Right, I get it. What are we building now? The last part of the food supply chain is to build a market. So we have to go to trade, we have to go to market, and not where I would have put it, but now let's make sure that people have access to water. Go to the build menu, go to health and water. Well. Every time I'm going to do that. So there we go. That's a well. Awesome. You're well on your way to finishing this city. Wouldn't call it a city. In order to find out what the objectives of each level are, open the stats menu, then go to the objectives screen. Surely there should just be an objectives tab. You shouldn't have to come in here and then go to objectives. Build houses 4 of 8, build farms, build a market, store grain. Now that you know how to start a city and how to feature people, you should have no problem finishing up the city. How dare you assume that I know what I'm doing? Plus the objectives are here as well. I didn't have to go into that menu. Anyway, so we have 4 of 8 houses. Let's go and build 4 more. I suppose it makes sense to keep trying to drag. Dragging doesn't work. Let's go to farms. Farm. Get a wee farm there. And what else do we need? We just need grain. then we are done with mission 1. Again, this is purely a let's try. We are just seeing what the game's like. I bought it in the Steam Winter Sale, simply because 1, it was cheap enough, because I don't have a pile of money, and 2, it's just I had an air about it of the kind of game that I would enjoy, and I wanted to come in and see what it had to offer. In terms of the overall artwork, sometimes simple is too simple. I mean, you've got peddlers going around, you've got people walking about, that's nice. And there's a decent bit of variation. What's this guy? Aye! Aye! Right, he's a constable. Okay. Okay, that's kind of interesting. So each individual person has a general mood, stamina, health. They have desires. They can have an inventory, whatever way you want to say the word, you say it that way. So they have that, which is kind of interesting. So he's sleeping right now because of the Z's, and his stamina's going back up. That's great. Okay, I like that. And even like the actual artwork off the market here is okay. But something it doesn't have going on for it, and you can tell from this one here. This has an animation, you know, like things seem to be planted, grows various stages. Pardon me. And it's harvested, but there's no animation of any of that happening. There isn't somebody coming out planting seed. There isn't somebody coming out, you know, tending to the fields. There isn't somebody coming out then harvesting. It's just gone. Rinse and repeat. I don't like that. Anyway, victory. Damn fucking right. So I'm just phenomenal. Right, so that was the first mission. We done it. So we move on to the tents. Ostia. This is another peaceful type of mission. Build 2 pottery huts. Build furniture factories ×2. Population of 80. And sell resources worth, or sell 1,500 resources. Ooh. Still recovering from that back injury. Governor, we need you to establish a trade city near the mouth of the Tiber River. This city needs to have a moderate population with the ability to buy and sell goods abroad. As the empire grows, Ostia will be used to regulate much of the trade coming from the Western Empire. Rome itself will then trade directly with Ostia to bring in only the best goods for her citizens. So we have unlocked a few new buildings, trading posts, clay pits, pottery huts, lumber yards, lumber mills, furniture factories, and warehouses. Bring it on. So I don't know how long the development line this game is. The last Steam post by the dev was on December 19th as of me recording this, which is the 14th of January. That'll date how long it takes this video to get up. Well. Anyway. So it's been nearly a month since he posted anything on Steam. And that was about handling invading armies and AI problems or something. So developing still happening. Of course, he would have taken a break over the Christmas period. You can't expect people to work all the time. I wouldn't. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see where the game goes. Right, just like your last city, you should start by building 2 farms and a market in order to feed your peeps. Yes, I said peeps. Shoot me. Okay, so we've got a few more options here. Farms, I'm assuming it's still under farms. You know what, I'm going to build 3 farms because I am a mad bastard. Right, yep, I know, roads. Oh, I didn't, no! How did I destroy this? Bollocks. Demolish that. Buildings, basic, road. Let's get you out there and along there. Done. Fucking done. Let's get some houses. You know, I really want to drag my houses. This is just not fair. It's evil and cruel and not... It's just... Suppose we should build a granary over here, because why not? It's going to be needed at some point anyway. I'm assuming we're going to get more prompts to do the new things that are being brought into this game, but you know what, for now I'm just going to do what I want to do. It's another 8 houses. Let's surround them by roads. done. And then if we go to trade, we're not going to get the trade post up just yet. We're going to have a wee market here. Look at that. Ah. Anyway, great. Now we can work on bringing in money for your city through trade. You should start by taking a look at what trade is available. First, click the trade menu button and then open the button on each route. Okay, they're buying bread, clay, sorry, selling nothing, and they're buying furniture and pottery. Okay, open route, done. Now that we've opened some trade routes, we need to produce some goods that they buy. The trade routes included clay and pottery. Pottery is made from clay, so you should start it by building a clay pit. Go to the build menu, resources, clay pit, a pit of clay. They're already telling me where to put it. Let's build some nearby storage for the resources. Storage, warehouse, where you tell me to build that. Right, okay, I get it. Did I place it then? Pottery is much more valuable than raw clay, so you should get a pottery hut built to convert clay to pottery. Go to the build menu, finishing shops, pottery hut, where you tell me to build this. There we go. Right, now you said it's produces some trade resources, it has storage, and the final step is to build a trading post. Okay, trading post. You want that there, okay. Now as you have trade set up, you're going to need some workers in order to blah blah blah. If you do not have any workers, it will not do anything. Now would be a great time to build more houses. Check your population to see how many open jobs you have. It's being me. As your city expands, you will need architect offices. Architect office. Where are you telling me to build it? The last tradable resource was finished furniture. You will need blah blah blah. Right, continue. Resources. Lumber yard. We'll harvest trees into wood. I'm going to build 2 of the bad boys. Then I'm going to finishing shops, which is furniture factories. And then, is there something else I needed? Is there something else that I needed? I can't remember. You will make logs. You will eat logs. I need roads. Roads, people. Road me up. That's both of them covered. You know what? I don't know if they need a road, but I want them to have one because that's don't know your business way. It's just what it is. Right. Everything takes so long to get built. Why? Are you serious? Okay, so this is a working furniture factory. It's got people in it. Stuff is happening. Do you see the working animation? Dirt, dust, clouds. No. I don't know why I'm getting closer to trying to hear the sound is in this. No sawing motions or sounds, no nothing. I do like the little hint that, you know, yes, this building is up running, but it's lacking a resource, and we can see that the resource is planks. We won't get planks until these are up and going. All fair. But that's just, at this moment in time, is this game at a stage that I would call, it's playable. Don't get me wrong, it's playable. It seems to have quite a few little things in it that will probably keep you going for a while. I can't remember what its price point is, but it mightn't be worth what's being asked for. Maybe in a few months' time, a bit more development, a bit more things fleshed out. The late game could be grand. You could have a bunch of different industries, resources being utilised, a pile of things going on, and it could be, yeah, it could be great. But right now, not so much. Doesn't mean I'm not going to play it for a bit. We're at the 19-minute mark. I kind of want to see with this mission how it finishes, but the animations on, that's the most disappointing thing about this. I can get past, you know, the repetitive soundtrack. I can get past, you know, the artwork here, because I know what it's like to try and make these kind of things work. You know, at the end of the day, it's more important that the core mechanics work than the mountains look like mountains. But still. What is that really annoying noise? It's chopping up trees. Do you hear it? Anyway. I don't think we're going to play much more of this. I might in my spare time go through the campaign a bit, maybe get to mid-game mission if there's a mid-game mission. I don't know how long the campaign or how much of it has been developed at this stage, and see what there is on offer. Actually, you know what we could do? Let's actually save game. Game saved. Thank you. Exit game. Exit. See if we go to custom game here. New game. Difficulty easy. Map size. Let's look at a large map. Forests. Low. Copper deposits low. Military events on. AI players. Let's have sandbox. Let's see what the game has on offer. Because I'm not going to sit down and play, a couple of hours of starter missions to find out that, there's only one type of farm, or to find out that there's this, that, and the other. So let's take a look at what a large map is like. Okay, a large map is exactly what it says on the tin. Kinda large. I like that. It's got the graphics pack, or just the general feel here. It reminds me of Nemoria. Anyway, there we go. Have fun. Sandbox mode. Script. Buildings. So in the basic buildings we have forums, which is a governmental financial institution that provides tax collectors for your city, architect offices, bridges, roads and houses. Health and water, where you can have wells, fountains, aqueducts, reservoirs, bathhouse, doctor's office. Amenities, so you can get schools, various temples, dice house. Feds are looking for a small area, however the house does not seem to win more than 10 off. Anyway, theatre and gladiator pit, interesting. Trade, stays at market and trading post. Storage, stays at granary and warehouse. Resources, you get clay pit, lumberyard, copper mine, iron mine, stone quarry. Should run of the mill resources. Workshops, lumber mill, brick kiln, thread maker, weaver shop, finishing shops, pottery hut, furniture factory, mint, blacksmith, bowyer, winery, butcher shop, tailor, and in a military you can have constable's office, barracks, archery range, and guard tower. One, and then farm. Sorry, I forgot farms. Farm, vineyard, sheep farm. Not a lot of variety there. I know it's I don't know how big the dev team is. It could just be one guy. And if it is one guy, fair play. What you've done so far is fantastic, and I hope that you continue working at this project. And yeah, I would be keen to revisit it in a couple of months' time and see what else has been added and how things are going. But for right now, seeing what is available, I've no desire to try and unlock those through the campaign. That's just as simple as it gets. So yeah, on that note, this Let's Try is over. This has been Empire Architect. If you could pick it up for like next to nothing in the Steam sale or something, I know it might burn a few hours, but until it's fully fleshed out, it's probably not worth grabbing at this stage. Although I do love these style of games, and I will be checking this one out again later on in the year to see how it is coming along. But yeah, for now, this video is over, so please go away until next time, folks. Good luck, and goodbye.